Hi there, this is my presentation on culture in the classroom. This is the topic of focus that I chose for my topic for the assignment. So, my research question is, does one's culture affect their overall success in the classroom? And my findings were, yes. Classroom success is definitely affected by one's culture, and the more equitable that the learning environment is, the higher chance that students have of success. So for educators, it's so important that we make our teaching equitable, offering services like translation or whatever the student might need for their overall success. And this isn't equality, this is equity. So there's a major difference there in that we're offering an opportunity for students to be successful. So the first piece of evidence I found was from the peer-reviewed journal article, Cultural Values and Their Impact on Education. And they define cultural values as the beliefs, practices, symbols, specific norms, and personal values that we share as a society. So, we all bring our own beliefs and values to the classroom, whether we know it or not, whether we think about it or not. Each student carries with them their own cultural values. Based on how they grew up and what environment they grew up in. Being cautious of this in the classroom will not only allow us to create a safe environment for the students, but actually benefits our teaching because we're able to build on what students already know. And this is called funds of knowledge, using their prior knowledge as a way for us to educate them. Alright, my second piece of evidence is in the peer-reviewed journal article, Respectful Interactions, Learning with International Students in the English-Speaking Academy. And this is a journal based off of Australian students and their experiences in the classroom. And this journal the author suggests that to use a third space outlook, which is defined as the dynamic process of growth and change where we can learn from each other through the collision, discussion, and reflection of our myriad experiences. So, what that means is making the classroom a third space. And to do this, we must have a growth perspective in mind, and we must teach children how to do just that. Teaching our students to appreciate the culture of other people and everything that comes with that. So the strengths that come with that. And one way we can do this is through group projects, using group projects as a way to collaborate, for students to collaborate and come together and share their ideas, because they really do learn from each other this way. All right. So some issues that the Australian students have found were that they mention things like we speak, but they don't listen, and that they don't feel respected. And so just teaching students at a young age to learn from each other can really help us in this department. And then some overall recommendations that I have. So one of the peer journal articles that I found recommended that we educate children on their values. They suggest that more important than educating students about algebra, biology, or even literature is educating about values, and I completely agree with this because their values are formed at such a young age, and creating those good examples for them at a young age is beneficial to their growth and to the culture that they end up embodying. Educators should also incorporate family involvement in the classroom to create a safe and welcoming environment, and also boost motivation. So having parents come in to volunteer can be a great way for students to stay motivated and to really thrive in their environment. Seeing their own parent or even another parent there can help boost that excitement. Educators should make efforts to offer an equitable education for all students. And that's what I kind of mentioned earlier, is that all students should have the equal opportunity at success in the classroom, no matter where they come from, but also using the things that using where they come from as a tool to teach and to get to know them and to teach on what they already know. Build on that. And these are my references. So, this was my presentation. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Thank you.